As the current situation with COVID-19 is unprecedented, the Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services continues to evolve to meet the needs of our employees. Beginning April 4th, an initiative was set in motion to provide every employee entering a facility a face shield, face mask, and gloves. In some situations, a gown is needed. Since implementing the protection equipment, helpful information has been distributed to include a video demonstrating the proper donning or applying and doffing or removing of protection equipment, updated protection equipment user guide, and an updated protocol indicating when and where to don this equipment. This protection equipment, combined with social distancing and the prohibited group gatherings, is our strength to contain the spread of COVID-19. In efforts to support the evolving needs of our employees, please be mindful of the following demonstrated do's and don'ts of wearing protection equipment that our own Occupational Health and Safety Unit and COVID-19 response team has provided to assist protecting our staff and the families they go home to. The do's and don'ts of gloves. Do. Always ensure proper hand hygiene is performed before and after donning gloves. Do. Doff your gloves so that you have control of them, being careful not to contaminate your body or surfaces near you, and then discard them. Don't touch your face, food, or anything else that is meant to remain free from contamination while wearing your gloves. Doing so will potentially transfer virus droplets into your eyes, mouth, or onto your food. Don't eat food or use the bathroom while wearing potentially contaminated gloves. The do's and don'ts of the face mask. Do wear the mask covering both the nose and mouth. Whether it's a N95 respirator, surgical mask, or sneeze guard, it will not protect the nose and mouth from droplets unless it is worn correctly. Do store your face mask while not using it. Store it in a dry place like a paper bag, plastic bag, or container that will keep it safe and allow airflow. To maintain airflow, keep bag open or have vent holes in the container. Do clean your sneeze guard between uses, laundering it as directed. Don't wear the mask on top of your head, hanging from one ear loop, or below the chin. These practices are not providing protection, leaving your mouth and nose vulnerable to droplets. Don't touch your face mask while it's donned. It has protected your nose and mouth from droplets. Touching it has contaminated your hands or gloves. The do's and don'ts of the face shield. Do wear the face shield so that the foam piece is resting on your forehead, just above the eyebrows, and the clear shield is covering your face from your forehead to your chin. Do store your face shield while not in use. Store it in a dry place like a paper bag, plastic bag, or container that will keep it safe and allow airflow. To maintain airflow, keep bag open or have vent holes in the container. Do clean your face shield between uses. Don't wear the shield where the foam is resting high on your forehead, where your mouth and or nose are left vulnerable to droplets. Don't touch your face shield while it's donned. It has protected your eyes, nose, and mouth from droplets. Touching it has contaminated your hands or gloves. The do's and don'ts of the gown. Do wear the gown fully covering your body by ensuring that the neck and waist is fastened. Do don your gloves, pulling them over the cuffs of the gown, assisting in keeping the gown sleeves secured to your wrist. Don't wear a gown that has been worn in an isolation area outside of that area, unless doffing it into an anteroom trash receptacle. Don't touch your gown while it's donned. It has protected your body and clothing from droplets. Touching it has contaminated your hands or gloves. Don't push the gown sleeves above your elbows. This leaves your arms and sleeves vulnerable to contamination. The do's and don'ts of breaks or meals. Do take breaks to be able to give yourself some time away from the protection equipment so that you can get fresh air, hydration, and nourishment. Ensure that when you take a break that social distancing occurs and we still follow prohibited group rules. Take advantage of a single office, a large conference room where social distancing is possible and no one has to sit across from one another, or if you can, get outside. Don't take a break with 10 or more people at a time in a place that forces you to violate social distancing and create a close contact situation. The protection equipment is our measure to protect ourselves, each other, and our residents from transmitting the COVID-19 virus to one another. We can be successful if the equipment is worn correctly, handled correctly, and doffed so that we don't inadvertently contaminate ourselves or surfaces. Thank you for taking the time to review these do's and don'ts, and know that together we can prevent the continued spread of this unprecedented illness.